Can we all agree that if weight loss were as simple as eating a salad and going for a run, nobody would be spending hours searching for how to lose belly fat fast at 2 in the morning? That this Monday will be different. You eat healthy for 3 days, maybe even a week, and then one late night craving, one bad day, or one birthday cake sends you right back to where you started. Trust me, I've been there too. I know what it feels like to stare at yourself in the mirror and think, why does everyone else make this look so easy? So before we start, I want you to do one thing. Comment, "I'm in," if you're serious about changing your body this time. Not next month, not next year, this time. Because today isn't just another weight loss video you're going to watch and forget 5 minutes later. It's a commitment to yourself. And here's the crazy part. After spending hours going down scientific rabbit holes, I realized that fat loss isn't just about willpower. Your brain, hormones, habits, and even your environment are constantly influencing the choices you make. So today, I'm going to show you 7 lazy girl hacks that can actually make losing weight easier. And no, none of them require spending 2 hours on a treadmill. Let's get into it. First, let's talk about the biggest enemy of every diet: cravings. You know that feeling. It's 11 at night. You've already eaten dinner. You're physically full. And yet somehow your brain has convinced you that you absolutely need cookies, chips, or ice cream. The weirdest part? You're usually not even hungry. You're stressed. You're bored. You're tired. Or maybe you're just looking for a dopamine hit after a long day. The problem is that your brain doesn't know the difference. To your brain, that chocolate bar isn't food. It's a reward. And if you want to stop cravings, you have to stop treating them like hunger and start treating them like what they really are: a craving for stimulation. Here's a trick that changed everything for me. The next time you're craving something sweet, don't immediately run to the kitchen. Set a timer for 10 minutes. Drink a huge glass of water, walk around your room, listen to one song. Most cravings peak and disappear within minutes if you don't act on them immediately. And if, after 10 minutes, you still genuinely want the food, then have it without guilt. Because here's something nobody talks about. Restriction often creates obsession. The more forbidden a food becomes, the more your brain fixates on it. But cravings aren't the only reason we gain weight. The second reason is much sneakier. It's portion distortion. Think about the last time you ordered food at a restaurant. Did you actually stop eating because you were full? Or did you stop because your plate was empty? Most of us trust our eyes more than our stomachs. And that's exactly why portion sizes have quietly exploded over the last few decades. Your brain uses visual cues to decide how much food is normal. A giant plate tricks your brain into thinking a giant portion is reasonable. So here's a ridiculously simple hack. Start eating from smaller bowls and smaller plates. I know it sounds stupid, but your brain is surprisingly easy to fool. When the plate looks full, your brain registers satisfaction much faster. And before you roll your eyes and click away, ask yourself this. If billion-dollar fast food companies use psychology to influence what you eat, why wouldn't you use psychology to help yourself? But even if you fix your cravings and portion sizes, there's another problem. Most of us eat way too fast. We eat while scrolling TikTok. We eat while watching Netflix. We barely taste our food because our brain is already preparing for the next bite. And here's the scary part. Your body takes around 20 minutes to realize that it's full. 20 minutes. That means by the time your brain finally sends the signal, you've already eaten way more than you needed. So I want you to try something tonight. After every bite, physically put your fork down. I'm serious. Put it down, chew. Take a breath, then pick it back up. At first, it's going to feel painfully slow, but after a few meals, you'll realize something shocking. You actually get full on less food, not because you're starving yourself, but because you're finally giving your brain enough time to catch up with your stomach. Now, here's something nobody wants to hear. Sometimes you're not hungry at all. You're just distracted. Think about the last time you completely lost control around food. Were you sitting quietly, paying attention to every bite? Probably not. You were scrolling through TikTok, watching YouTube, texting someone. Your body was eating, but your brain wasn't even in the room. So here's a challenge. For the next week, eat 1 meal a day without your phone. No Netflix, no scrolling, nothing. Just you and your food. Because when you're forced to actually pay attention, something amazing happens. You naturally slow down. You notice when you're full. You stop eating on autopilot. And suddenly, losing weight feels a lot less impossible. But here's the thing. Even if you do everything right, eat slower, stop cravings, control your portions, there's still one mistake that destroys progress faster than anything else. And it's happening while you're asleep. Because tomorrow morning, before you reach for coffee, before you check your phone, there's one tiny habit that can completely change the way your body uses energy, and almost nobody knows about it. But here's the thing. Most people think their metabolism is either fast or slow, as if it's some kind of genetic lottery that you're stuck with for the rest of your life. You probably know that one girl who eats pizza at midnight, drinks iced coffee for breakfast, and somehow still looks like she stepped out of a Pinterest board. Meanwhile, you eat one extra cookie and suddenly feel like you've gained 5 pounds overnight. Trust me, I've had the exact same thought. Why does her body work differently than mine? But here's what nobody tells you. Your metabolism isn't just controlled by genetics. It's controlled by hundreds of tiny decisions you make every single day. And one of the biggest mistakes people make actually happens first thing in the morning. Be honest. What's the first thing you do when you wake up? Do you open TikTok, check your messages, scroll through Instagram? Most of us start our day lying completely still, staring at a screen, before we've even taken 10 steps. And your body hates that. Your metabolism isn't a switch that magically turns on when you wake up. It responds to movement. That's why one of the easiest lazy girl hacks is something called movement snacking. No, I'm not talking about going to the gym for 2 hours. I'm talking about taking tiny bursts of movement throughout the day. Walk around your room while you're on a phone call. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Dance while brushing your teeth. Pace around during study breaks. It sounds ridiculous, but those tiny moments add up much faster than you think. Because here's a secret fitness influencers don't always tell you. Your body burns far more calories from everyday movement than from a single workout. Think about it. A 1-hour gym session can't undo 23 hours of sitting. And that's actually good news, because it means you don't need a perfect workout routine to start seeing changes. You just need to stop thinking of movement as exercise and start thinking of it as part of your life. But even if you started moving more tomorrow, there's still something that could completely destroy your progress. And it's not sugar. It's not carbs. It's not even junk food. It's sleep. I know. Everyone talks about sleep, and it's honestly become boring advice at this point. But the science behind it is actually insane. When you don't get enough sleep, your body produces more of a hormone called ghrelin, which literally tells your brain, hey, I'm hungry. At the exact same time, your levels of leptin, the hormone that makes you feel full, drop. So after a bad night's sleep, your brain is basically running on 2 messages. Eat more. You're still hungry. Suddenly, that chocolate bar looks impossible to resist. That late-night snack feels necessary. And somehow, you're craving foods that are high in sugar and fat. It's not because you're lazy. It's biology. Your body is desperately looking for quick energy. That's why sleep deprivation and weight gain are so strongly connected. So tonight, instead of obsessing over calories, try obsessing over your bedtime. Because the truth is, the girl who sleeps 8 hours and eats reasonably will almost always beat the girl who's sleeping 4 hours and surviving on salads. But now, let's talk about something that's even more important than exercise and sleep combined. Protein. I know protein has become the internet's favorite buzzword, but hear me out. Imagine your body is a construction site. Every single day, your muscles, skin, hair, and organs are constantly repairing themselves. And protein is the building material. Without enough protein, your body struggles to maintain muscle. And muscle is incredibly important because muscle burns more energy than fat, even when you're resting. That doesn't mean you need to become a bodybuilder. It just means your meals should actually keep you full. Think about the difference between eating a donut for breakfast and eating eggs, yogurt, or a protein smoothie. One leaves you starving 2 hours later. The other keeps you satisfied for much longer. And if you're constantly hungry, your diet isn't failing because you lack discipline. It's failing because your body isn't getting what it needs. But here's the most important thing I've learned after years of trying to lose weight. The people who succeed aren't the people with the most motivation. They're the people with the best systems. Because motivation disappears. You'll feel motivated after watching this video. You'll feel motivated tomorrow morning. But next week, when you're stressed, tired, overwhelmed, and craving comfort food, motivation won't save you. Systems will. That's why I don't want you to try all 7 hacks at once. That's how people fail. Instead, I want you to pick 2. Just 2. Maybe it's walking more and sleeping earlier. Maybe it's eating slower and putting your phone away during meals. Maybe it's drinking more water and eating more protein. Whatever it is, pick 2 habits that you can realistically stick to for the next 7 days. And right now, I want you to comment. This week, I'm committing to blank and blank. Then come back in 1 week and edit that comment with your results. Because losing weight isn't about punishing yourself. It's not about starving yourself. And it's definitely not about hating the person you see in the mirror. It's about becoming the healthiest version of yourself, one tiny decision at a time. And trust me, future you is going to be incredibly grateful that you started today. I'll be waiting for your comment.